The Democrats have done a very great disservice to the country. I did nothing wrong. You don't censure somebody when they did nothing wrong. They're in search of a crime. Not only wasn't there a crime, it's not even a word that should be used.
All right, so there you've got the president about 2 hours ago in London. Let's talk to special advisor to the president of the United States, former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, joins us from our nation's capital. Pam, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
You know, the president mentioned censure, and in Washington, for a while it's been circulating, you know, maybe they're not going to go with impeachment. That would be bad politically. Maybe we do Plan B, censure. Where's that standing in D.C. right now?
Well, and in our minds, the president did nothing wrong. Censure is not acceptable. How can it be when you did nothing wrong? This process has been a sham from the beginning. The president did everything right, and they continue to attack us every day. Censure is not appropriate, not acceptable.
A couple of things. The Democrats are now considering opening up the investigation and including some findings from the Mueller report. Also said they're going to keep on taking depositions and doing interviews to expand the investigation. What's your reaction to that? That means this goes through next year.
Well, that's a grave mistake on their part if they do that. The polls are telling, our fundraising is telling for the president, and the president has done nothing wrong. They continue to do this because there is nothing there, Brian. You know it. The American people know it. And now what do they want to do this week? They want to bring in a bunch of academics to pontificate on whether or not the president did anything wrong. That's not going to fly with our lawmakers. It's not going to fly with the American people. And we will continue to go on the offense. This is a sham of a proceeding, and we're not going to accept it. We're not.
Pam, the Democrats' report on impeachment is going to be made public today. I know there are some lawmakers that have read it. Republicans are putting out a rebuttal ahead of the report, of the Democratic report. They put out a 123-page rebuttal. This is a portion of it. The Democrats' impeachment inquiry is not the organic outgrowth of serious misconduct. It is an orchestrated campaign to upend our political system. This impeachment inquiry and the manner in which the Democrats are pursuing it sets a dangerous precedent. The president says this is just bringing the Republican Party together. What do you say?
I have never seen our party more united because, again, this whole thing has been a sham. It started in the bunkers of the Capitol, shrouded in secrecy. That secrecy has continued. You know, they sent this letter. Chairman Nadler sent a letter to Pat Cipollone, our White House counsel, demanding, basically saying, let the president come in and prove his innocence. Right. And why is he saying that? While the president is at NATO with world leaders doing his job overseas for our country, the same time USMCA that could bring over 176,000 jobs, billions of dollars to our economy, is sitting on Nancy Pelosi's desk collecting dust because they won't do anything positive, because they are dead set on taking out our great president, and we're not going to let it happen. And yes, we are more unified than ever, our party.
All right. Pam, there's a big story in the Washington Post there. Headline says, Barr, the Attorney General, disputes key Inspector General finding about FBI's Russia investigation. And what it says is that the Attorney General told people he disagrees with the upcoming IG report, which currently is just in its draft form. And apparently, according to the Washington Post, the FBI did have enough information to justify starting the probe to spy on the Trump campaign back in July of 2016. Now, at this point, these are just, you know, we don't know the source for the Washington Post. It could just be pre-story spin. But what do you think about that?
Well, you know, we've been discussing this for so long that this was a hit job on the president from day one. There was nothing there to open the investigation. We have full faith in Attorney General Barr. So the Inspector General, he simply issues a report. Now it's up to, once that report is issued, it's up to the Attorney General and Department of Justice to continue with a special prosecutor
to decide if they're going to be charges.
Exactly. This is just a report. When I was Attorney General, I had an Inspector General. They issue reports. Then, on a parallel track, will come in a special prosecutor to look at that.
The president wants to focus on the Durham report. Any word on when that will come out?
Well, the Durham report, no, and we're not going to get ahead of that. And again, the Durham report is more of a Durham investigation.
Right.
And
It's a criminal
Durham
investigation.
it's parallel, right. With the IG is simply a report. Durham is an investigation. And again, we have full faith in Attorney General Barr and the sham of what they've been trying to do to our president from day one, from before, Ainsley, you know this, from
Right.
before our president even was sworn into office. They have been wanting to impeach him. It's not going to stop. But you know what we have on our side? The facts, the law, the truth.
Yeah, Barr says he's considering, they said the Department of Justice could submit a formal letter as part of the IG report. Do you know if they're going to, you guys going to, or the Department of Justice going to choose to do that?
We're going to leave that up to Attorney General Barr. That's his field, and we have full faith in our Attorney General.
All right, Pam Bondi, former Attorney General, great state of Florida. Pam, thank you.
Good to see you.